Well, welcome to Property Flip or Hold. We're going to take a very quick tour of the app that you will be using, and you will receive free access as a thank you from me to you for purchasing this course. We're going to take a look at value analysis, flip, hold and rent, flip versus hold and rent. We're going to take a look at how to figure out our maximum purchase price should be when we purchase a house, what our best offer should be. We're going to learn how to research for a property to purchase, what we should look for to find out the sold comparables in the area, to figure out what our after repair value is. We're going to take a look at our cost, our holding cost. We're going to look at the flip up to 12 months to look at our scaling profits, what they might look like. We're going to look at holding and renting a property and look at the profits up to 30 years. So let's go ahead and start and take a quick look at the application that you will be using to help you to do these calculations. But in the course, we will obviously go through each detail on how the fundamentals are and how do you calculate these numbers. How do you arrive at the decisions that we make so that you have a deep understanding in doing it yourself without relying on any software. So let's go ahead and dig in. Let's start taking a look at the value analysis section first. In the value analysis, we'll look at how to figure out the after repair value. And how we calculate this? By looking at the sold comparables in the area. What the sales price is going to be once we rehab the property. The repairs. What our maximum purchase price should be. The closing cost to purchase the property. We're going to calculate our holding cost monthly. What is that? Once you purchase the property, you're going to have some monthly cost involved, like turning on the water, the electrical. And then once the property is ready for the appliances to come in, what I like to do is put an alarm system, a small alarm system, maybe on a month-to-month basis, so that we don't have any break-ins. We'll track our taxes and insurance. We'll look at the flip mortgage and the rent mortgage. And we'll also be able to calculate using the after repair value. Cash needed, all in. What this means is we're going to learn to calculate all the money that we need, all the funds, in order to purchase the property, but also to rehab the property. Because we want to make sure that once we purchase it, we have enough funds set aside to be able to rehab it fully. And then what I like to call the equity at closing, which is the profit. I truly believe that your profit is made when you purchase the property, not 10 years down the road once you have appreciation. Maximum purchase price or best offer. Here we'll calculate from the after repair value what our profit is that we want to make on the property, our soft cost. When we resell the property, we're going to have probably 6 or 7% realtor's commission, 2 to 4% closing cost, and that's where you'll be able to handle that. And then our repairs. From there, we can estimate what our best offer should be when we try to purchase this property. We will calculate our cash-on-cash return on our flip. The flip section. We'll look at up to 12 months of scaling profits. Here it says profit will be $60,000, which I call an instant profit. Let's say you have a buyer that is ready to go once you finish the property. And once you're done, you can sell it immediately. But what if it takes us 6 months or 9 months to finish the rehab and then sell it? As you can see, the profit scaled down quite dramatically. 6 months, $49,000. 9 months, $44,000. So these are all items that we'll learn to calculate and to keep in mind when you purchase a property, whether it's worth it or not, and at what price it's worth the purchase. We will look at the monthly rent cash flow. We will look at rent comparables in the area and calculate what our gross rent should be. We'll take in consideration our principal and interest if we have a mortgage when we purchase or refinance the property. Our taxes, our insurance. We want to also calculate our property management, which normally is about 10%. Some areas might be less or higher. Some people don't use them. I always use them. When I was younger, I did it myself and learned those ropes. But with all the properties that I purchase now, I always have a property management company, especially properties out of state. Your vacancy factor, in this case 5%. Your homeowners association. We're going to take in consideration other expenses, something like capital expenditures, like CapEx. Our items in the property, if we rent it, will have maintenance over time. So we might want to look into that and say, let's put some money aside just for those expenses. We will analyze the rent section and look up to 30 years of cumulative cash flow. We will see in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, what is our total profit going to be on our cash flow so that we can compare whether we should flip or rent. Which brings me to my next section here, my absolutely favorite, and one of the reasons why I wrote this app is the flip versus rent profit timeline. As you can see here, it says it's going to take us about 7.5 years to make the same profit as it is instant flip if you rent it. Now we also should consider that, it's going to take us about 7 years to make the same profit, but then after that we'll continue to receive profit monthly. And also, since it's a rental property, we can refinance with cash out and take most of our funds that we put into purchase and rehab the property out again so we can go out and buy more properties. So something to consider, and we will learn how to analyze that. We'll also calculate our cash on cash return on our hold, on our rental. What this gives us a brief introduction into the app that we're going to use, the calculations that we're going to look at to quickly look at a property to see if it's worth putting an offer in. Because we don't want to waste our time in looking at properties, doing extensive calculations, super complex. We want to be able to look at numbers fairly quickly and say, this is worth going out to look at to really see what the repairs are going to be, and then actually put in the offers. Because I really love this saying, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You have to make offers in order to purchase. And what we're going to learn is going to give us the ability to make these choices, whether I should purchase this property, but most importantly, at what price I need to purchase it. Because that is the whole key to investing in real estate and making profits and staying in business for long term. We will see you in the next video.